over here, I have, well, I've got it on the film anyway. We have this here. Now, according to the book, I think this was I marked it, hello, voice module. Now that's like a foot switch too, so, okay. But anyway, voice module. This is part of the VHF, I marked this one too, if I can see it there, I'll show you. This is the VHF system 2 that I'm thinking has to connect to this one, because this is the wireless high band VHF receiver, and this is at 203.4 megahertz, and they're saying channel F. Okay. Caution, do not unplug the voice power plug when the robot power on. Okay. So I'm going to look up this company and see what I come up with there. But anyway, this was just sitting in there on the cover. There's a cover around here. Oh, there it is. See the Velcro strips on the cover? This was just stuck to that. Not hooked up to anything. Nothing hooked up to it. Now that capacitor I was talking about is in there. See it? That little brown thing? That's a back capacitor. Now, this has the same name. WLT-15 wireless transmitter. So this is a transmitter. So does this transmit to that? Okay, well that would explain for some no wires, but if it is, it's transmitting to this, which what? Does that transmit wirelessly to that? Well, if it does, it should have at least have power hooked up on it. You follow me? I'm talking about this now down here, this piece. I really don't know. I really don't know. I need to talk to somebody that knows something about what happened. I need some input here. Otherwise, I am going to have to go through each individual chain by chain by chain, which means I start with the wheels. Now, if they're working off from a transmitter, you know, part of a remote, that's fine. But that also means that there's power lines going into this thing somehow, because it has to have power. The remote's acting like a relay, for instance. You flip the switch, it hits the relay, and the relay powers up the power. Well, the remote, you hit the remote, that would engage the power to the wheels so that it'll work. Which means if I can find where the wheels power up, I can bypass the remote to make sure that the wheels are turning. That's one thing. And then that'll kind of give me an idea from there what's going on. The other thing is the remote. Let's go over there again. Hold on. I wonder if this thing has been laid up for a while, meaning a long while. When was the last time this was actually used? That's what I'm thinking here. Because it just doesn't seem right. It really doesn't. I mean, was this thing just down and out in Beverly Hills and been sitting down and out for, years? And, pieces missing? I mean, if you haven't got a piece for the control, how are you going to use it? If you haven't got power to go through the plug, how do you use it? Now see, that would tell me, because there's no place for a battery in there, that would tell me that it has some type of a belt power system, because the user is going to have that remote, which should have a strap on it, by the way, so it could be around his neck or his waist, and a battery pack. But at that point, that's kind of like where we're at. I'm going to just hang you up there for a minute. I don't know if this is still recording or not. I think it is. Let me move these over here for a minute. Put that down there. I got a little container there that I'm keeping everything in. Okay, so we have this part here, and that goes to this here. Okay, so let's put this fuse back in. Now that all the water's out of here, and we know the fuse is good. Not positive that the connectors are good, but we'll take it one step at a time. Now see, that does have power on it, so why doesn't that work? This has to go to something. We have power coming in here, so see, this is what I don't want to do. See, what they did here, which is okay, because I've done this myself over there. See, if this comes in through here, which one is this? See, this is going to the one. Here or there, I mean, it should have power. If it's got power coming in, power should go out. Is the switch bad? Can it be something as simple as that? Who knows? Let's find a round that I can just stick this in and hopefully get something that works. Try ohms. I'll put this on here. And put this to here. Okay, so we have ohms coming into this. And this goes into this board here. Okay, so it's going into that board. And it goes through. Should come out and go in. Okay, so it's going into the back. Let's see how far. reversing what they're doing. And what I mean by that is that plug plugs into that, but it's reversed. And that in itself can be a problem. You have red and black here, red and black up here. We have red and black here. The red and blacks don't plug in together. If you do it this way, they do. However, now these are reversed. The red is actually black now. So if somebody tried to do this, they could have blown something up, thinking, well, okay, that's the way it fits, that's the way it must be. I don't know. All I can do right now is a lot of surmising, if that's the word you want to use. So let's take this red one and put the red one on here. Take the black one. Put the black one. Red and a black. So, what now? Put the black on here. I don't know if that's going to work or not. We'll try it. And let's put the red on here. This and put this back up to voltage. Let's put this back to here. Let's take this here. Let's see now if we have anything here. Ah, we do. Okay, so now we got power coming in. Good for that. So, we got power coming into it, and it appears to be going out of it. Now let's check the ground side. Okay, the ground side isn't working. However, that's because I'm chassis ground right now with this. So, let's put this back on chassis ground. Let's take this off of here. Let's see if I can sneak it onto here. Or there. Can switches go back? Yeah. But it would take a lot to blow that one. Should have blown the fuses before the switch would blow. More than enough power. Fuses are protecting it. Over there. However, it looks like we're losing a little voltage. No, okay. Okay. So if I go right to that terminal on the switch, it tends to work. If I try to go here, which is when I had it hooked up to the back, well, let's check that. Now that we got it here, let's check that. Just make sure. Let's put this up in here. And let's check this here. See, that's not getting power. So where is it losing its power? Is it losing it in the plug itself? I know it's not losing it in here, because I did all that. Alright, here's where I'm at, guys, with the close-up again. Back here, you can see a red and black wire coming out. And it goes up and around to here. And somewhere after it goes in back here, this wire comes back here, they all go into the switch, and one, apparently it shows 2 in, which I'm not sure about. It can only be using, well, I don't know how it's wired, but we'll check it. Okay, because we got 2 reds on the center. Centers are usually hot. Alright, and there's one of them. Where the other one goes? Nah, I don't know. It could be coming from here, or this can be an output, meaning you flip the switch, this gets hot. Don't know at this point because I have nothing to check it with. Alright, so for some reason